I'm also getting rid of these healing charms because on the back of it is stuff I don't like, and other things. And so I just took a couple pictures here. I don't know where I saw it the other day, but it looked like a cleaver. And isn't that kind of like a butcher's knife? And that's kind of what K2's little key looks like that we got at that fairy festival up in Pennsylvania on Mother's Day near an Irish section of stuff. And so I'm gonna just post the healing spells too, and I'm gonna throw them away and tear them up just like I did the police stuff and the psychology stuff and the old NASA stuff and these jinxes and hexes. I'm very, very careful about making sure everything's right when I send it to them. Now, if they look up what I put on my personal stuff later, or they're doing their little sleuthing project and they want to look into things and blah, blah, blah on their own, even with their little friends and stuff like that, because they've got nothing else to do, okay, fine, bring it. I can tell. But I'd rather them do it now when we're all stuck at home in quarantine anyway and play with each other than be so busy learning what other people in the world think is important for them to know that they move on with their lives and get to a place where they're happy and secure and well adjusted, and then do something someday that stirs the pot, if you will, and can be misinterpreted by people as something that they've been looking for or watching for just in case they ever came back, right? Right. It's like, right. It's like, you fucking stole my husband and slept in my bed with him and my children in my house and took all my money from me and blah, 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 right? Why would I be jealous of you? You're my best friend. If they would all go to you that easily and you could steal that shit from me, then fuck it. I don't want any of those things. But you're my best friend because you showed me that I was wasting my time with a bunch of crap that didn't suit me. Apparently, you thought it was worth having, and they thought you were worth going to, and I took it for granted and was doing other things. So, chapter done. But can you in the future be my best friend at my new life? Because thank God, you know. And people are like, that's not how most people react, right? You want to be like, oh, I'm jealous, and those things meant something to me, and blah, 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 blah. And it was kind of sexy, right? Getting caught, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Betrayal. There's no such thing as betrayal. There's no such thing as betrayal. Who's going to betray you? Who's going to betray you? Right? Right. That's your ego. That's your id. That's your sense of ID. That's entitlement and ownership and slavery, or, you know, worship of false idols, or however you want to look at it. But I mean, like, what are you gonna do if something happens in life? You can either say, "Wow, that's a miracle, and I'm grateful for it," or you can say, "Nothing is, and I'm going to be pissed off and angry at everything." Equally too, right? It's like, what are you going to say? That I was wronged, and they hurt me and took something that was mine. Why would you ever admit that to anybody? Or blah, blah, because you still want to be involved in it, right? And caught up, or be part of their life, right? But if somebody was like, here, get in the fucking car, or I'm going to kill you and your kid, and I'd be like, fuck no, shoot us right here. I got to go. I'm late for a dentist appointment, but take my kid because I'm going to need my purse to go shopping later or something. And my kid would be like, fuck you. They would never put themselves in that situation, right? Because they've been properly trained to always look out for number one, right? Because you got to put your mask on first before you help somebody else, right? But people get very like, and I could never do that, because if I admitted I cared about it or it hurt me, and not in like a way of like I'm stuffing it and I have to deal with it later, or like or a pride thing, but if I did that and it really did, then I would never be happy, and I would never keep moving forward, and I would never be true to myself. There, I felt that. Yes, you guys were doing it for a while, but I got that one. You didn't hurt me that time too. I would be untrue to myself and my people, And from what I did is day one. And I'm finally really, really happy in my life. And at some points I did. Those things did, yes. And I did go through all that stuff. But that's where I was at my development with that. And the kid's fine. You know, work it out. Do your own life path. But where I'm at now, no, I'm complete. I'm already complete. And so everything else is just kind of for the kids. And I already know what I have to do next and blah, blah, blah. But this is kind of like close out so that I don't have to like eventually have to do it at some point. Because you could throw all my stuff in a dumpster or just donate it to the Salvation Army when I died or what have you. Or sell it to an estate sale and blah, blah, blah. But I would have to come back and work it all out or what have you, different things. And that's not where I am at. I'm on my 21 life path. And I already renewed all my spiritual contracts with conduits to different Native Americans and Kira and different agencies and everything. So I already know like what but I don't want to be negligent or like not take care of like sacred objects and proper disposal, I guess, you know, and just let some idiot pick it up and be attracted to it and reveal what they are and be how their special stuff and be used against them because I didn't properly label it and say this is a magic charm. If you can see this charm, that everybody that's been watching it and looking for the person someday to find it knows that you are and you may not know that you are and people might tell you you're never at this your entire life, but you found this and that signals to everybody else that matters that's exact, yes, you know, and so I don't want that to happen. Or conversely, I don't want something to be like trapped or called back and used as a guardian or like because yes, if they and whatever, and I don't think that would necessarily, I don't know how that works, but I'm done doing round after round after round, and it's really freeing. And so I take in more stuff and do more and more and more. And the kicker is that someday Grams refuses to do any of this shit, and I'm gonna have to do hers, or yeah, it makes her boyfriend happy when we do a little bit more and more and more. And she did some stuff, and I do some stuff here, and then she did her closets the other day and clothes, and then I was like, no, don't just donate all those. I took a bunch of them, and then I'm like, well, no, I don't know if I should have taken. We go back and forth. It's like we call our alternative use game, or another round of crazy, and making sure that it's properly disposed of, because you can say the Cold War ended. I gave a bunch of talks over in Geneva, like Einstein did, but if you dismantle a bunch of bombs and all the nuclear parts are still fucking right there. It's like saying this, you know, hey, check this out. I quit smoking. Here's my lighter and here's my cigarette. I'm just gonna leave those right there. I'm done smoking, right? And later on, I'd be like, oh, no, but I fucking need a fucking cigarette right now, and I know exactly where I fucking left those. Here. And here. There we go. And I'm not going to have a stroke. Why? Or heart disease or any of that shit. Why? Because I wouldn't be doing this if I hadn't protected myself from it already and taken care of a lot of other people too. And I'm sending smoke signals right now. And there you go. Good. How many times am I going to have to make this fucking video? Yeah, I know, but it's giving me time too. For people that are like looking at that to back off, and then other people, because I saw that it got busy again earlier or something like that. It said something like that MySpace is down, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, really fucking, it is? MySpace is super popular on a Monday night at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's got to be fucking ridiculous. That's ridiculous. There you go. That's fucking ridiculous. But I'm like, who owns MySpace, right? And who, blah, 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 blah. I know who it is. Yes. What are you doing? Good. That is what I thought. Yes. Out in. Where is that? It was just told. Out in the desert. Yeah, out in the desert somewhere. I thought it was like New Mexico or Nevada or Arizona or someplace out like that. You built all those new servers. Right. I get told. Or Facebook. Right, it does. Right. It's of interest. Of course, to me. stuff. I understand what you're saying. Thanks, Mark. What do you want? How do you want to say that? I gotta say it right, so I say it right for the first time for you, though. Sandstorm. Don't get sand in your vagina. Sandy P. No sand in the vagina. Everything's good. Now you can go home and be happy. Make love, not war. Build a server farm and not a storage warehouses for artifacts. Yes. Get rid of the artifacts. Categorize them. Go paper free. Shred it and electronify it and then burn it or disperse it. Get rid of it all. Get rid of it all. Everything. Yes, it's just whatever. Right. No secret objects here. This compass. It doesn't fight vampires. What? This. I am going to throw it in the fire because it was an heirloom in my family, and we know that a bunch of weirdos in church and stuff like that used to forge things and blah blah blah. Today we call that smelting, and we shut down a lot of smelting rings. But then when you go and you find out that like weird people of lodges and like churches and stuff, they essentially have like metals and stuff like that, and they don't always smelt, or they reforge it into new things, blah, 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 and then they just give it to people like, oh, here's a gift for your 16th birthday, blah, blah. Yeah, it's whatever, however you want to do it. It's fucking smelting, right? Like, what's the difference between, oh, whatever. Anyway, so, yes, so Mark, thank you, Mark, for doing that for Iceland, right? Name is Scott. And so I know. Do you own MySpace? I don't know. Do you? I don't know, because I was told a long time ago by people in Men in Black that when I got to this point, blah, 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 then to get on MySpace. And I was like, MySpace? What the fuck is MySpace? Is that like, what is that like? And they were like, it's way before Facebook existed. And I was like, I'm not going to fucking do that. Like, I'm a scientist. I'm not going to fucking get on some social media thing, until I found out that Facebook was created just to make people cheat on each other because you were rejected one time. And I was like, fucking demon. That's a fucking demon. That's the kind of stuff we do. I'm like, I fucking blew up the Challenger because they were trying to send a teacher in outer space. What the fuck? That was a gift by me. Yes. How I got in this mess. Right. First day of work. What does NASA stand for? And people are like, what? Why are you here? I was like, don't ask. Right. So Facebook, social media. Getting people to cheat on each other because one person rejected you once. Yes. Approve. But they told me to use MySpace. So I'm assuming you own that too. And I'm still mad about the incognito tab, but I kind of just slid that in there today. Right. Tesla was supposed to take care of some things for me. Did he do that? I thought I might let him live in the Google asshole I'm still angry at too. Right. I don't know if they did that stuff. Oh, that's where it was. I was coming back to that. Right. What was it? Red Star or Firestar or something like that? It's a satellite system, right? For like finding cars and stuff like all that or something. I don't know. Back in the day it was. Right. I don't know what that real name was, but was it in people's cars? Right. Some kind of like emergency thing, whatever that is. Right. So I was coming back to that. I was the next thing I was going to do a long time earlier, but you would have gotten those for me for this. Right. Awesome. Good job, Mark. I can't believe you have a girlfriend and you like are with somebody and doing stuff. Yeah, that's so betrayal, so fucking betrayal to the rest of us, right? But she's cool because she's a Priscilla or an Elvira or a whatever. Ah, there we go. Yes. And so I'm like, how many did you take? You took a bunch, right? For who? What did you take? What do you mean you took? How many? What did you take? Just don't go too crazy. I've given you a lot of leeway. Don't make me rein you back in. Yeah, I got Corey's attention earlier. What you can do for me is make sure all those electronic powering stations for cars are charged in big cities. So even if you buy the right kind of car, it's like impossible to find a charging station. That's what you can do to repay me for this. Thanks, Zuckerberg.